Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hi and welcome back. So I'm starting to plan the lighting. So we're going to have the 4 engines. So I'm going to have to, can you see this? Drill out between all these parts. Move this plastic from the back that makes it fit nicely. Wires will come through that connection point into the wing, and then we'll have the wires coming into the base somehow through there. So they should be fairly straightforward. For the 4 guns on the X-Wing, I've got some brass tubing on order due to arrive this week. So I've got 1.2mm through to 1.8mm. So I'm literally going to replace the entire piece. I'll cut off the bits of detail and just drill through with my pin vise for that little part, so it slots back over, and then feed fibre optics through to LEDs. Most of the lighting for space, because it is very small spaces, I'm going to be using SMDs. You can see how tiny these things are. These are 0402 SMDs, and I'm going to be using red in the X-Wing for the engines and the lasers. I'm not sure if I'm going to light the cockpit yet, but I do, where is it, plan to try thread a piece of fibre optic connected to a blue LED into R2-D2 just to light him up slightly. So that's lighting on the X-Wing, what we're going to do. The TIE Fighter is going to be a lot easier. Just need to drill 2 holes in the front where the lasers go, and they'll get green SMDs behind them, and 2 holes in the back for the engines, and they'll get red SMDs. There's a internal cockpit piece, and as you can see, there's actually quite a lot of space, so I'll be able to hide them SMDs inside there quite easily. So I'm going to get on with drilling out all of these engines, and then we'll have a test lighting, see how they look. Right, so we're just doing a lighting test. Because I've had to obviously drill out all these holes, I've removed the part that made it go in neatly, so I'll just hold it in place. Obviously we're not light blocked or anything yet, so there's going to be light leaks, but that is a really nice effect from giving me an engine glow. So I'm going to get the other 4 of these done. As you can see, I've also altered all inside so the wires come through. So I'm going to get the other 4 of these done. and then look at how they're going to thread through the wings as well. Right, my brass tubing has arrived. 4 different sizes, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6 and 1.8 mil. So what I'm going to do for the lasers on the X-Wing, 4 of these, is basically replace all this with tubing and just splice this one little bit of detail into the middle of it, and a 0402 SMD will fit inside this tubing, so I'll be able to put it in, the wires running through, and then have them lighting up so the lasers will be lit up. So I'm going to get the first one of these cut up and made, and we'll have a look at that as well. Right, so I've got the first of my laser cannons done for the X-Wing. As you can see, a very close match to the kit piece, and this is done with brass tubing, 1.2 mil, 1.4 and 2 mil. Cut out that piece, drilled a hole through so it'd all slot through, and there is enough room for a 0402 SMD to fit inside there. So I'm going to get the other 3 made, get some primer down over them, and have a look with and we'll have a look with an LED in place. Right, so now I've got all 4 guns remade out of their tubing. I have one of them with an LED inside, so we can so there you can see we've got laser lighting up, got a little SMD inside. So next thing I'm gonna do is it has to slot inside, so you can see I've already carved out some of the plastic for the wire to run through, which will then come into the wing here, and the wires will then be hidden underneath here. So I'm going to get these onto the ends so I can get the actual guns painted up, all four of them with SMDs fitted, and we'll have a look at them painted up, as well as we've got to get back on with finishing the engines up. So we'll have another look in a bit. Okay, so I've got my guns together now. All of them, I haven't got the actual LEDs inside, they're hanging out at the end because I've got to paint. All the others are taped over. Can we see it? Not the best way to work. So there we can see, obviously I'm just touching it against a resistor. We can see the engine lighting up. And there's the LED on the laser cannon lighting up. I also, while I was at it, I've drilled the holes in the TIE Fighter for the engines, and I've also drilled the holes for the TIE Fighters laser cannons. I've put the inside cockpit in. It does just pull out. Just check I had enough room. So I think now we've got the lighting sorted that we will call this video done. Next time I think we'll start looking at connecting these engines and guns into the wings. We might even get a bit of painting done. But for this time, thank you for watching. Keep trekking and keep modelling. Thank you. Bye-bye.